Have you ever been walking through a forest and you get that feeling? That feeling like you're being watched? Well, chances are you were. Today, we're going to take a trip deep into a beautiful Japanese forest to meet some of its hidden residents, the birds. We're going to learn how to find them, what to look for, and really how to appreciate this incredible world that's all around us, usually just out of sight. Just take a second. Imagine you're standing right here with me. Breathe in that cool, clean air. You can feel the sunlight filtering through the leaves, right? And just listen. That's not just random noise. It's a symphony. It's a conversation happening all around us. You know, it's moments exactly like this that remind you you're a part of something way, way bigger.
So, this is where our journey begins, but what is it about a place like this that makes it a total paradise for birds? See, it's not just a bunch of trees, it's a perfectly designed home. Let's break down exactly what makes this habitat so special.
Yeah, from a bird's point of view, this isn't just a forest, it's like a 5-star all-inclusive resort. The thick canopy of trees, that's perfect cover, safe places to build a nest away from any predators. And down below, all that undergrowth gives them even more spots to hide. And of course, the best part, the pantry is always stocked. We're talking insects, berries, seeds, it's the whole shebang. It's a complete ecosystem just built for them.
Okay, but before we go looking for anybody, we need to talk about something that is absolutely crucial. Our manners. We are guests in their home, and if we want to be good guests, well, we have to follow the house rules.
It really all comes down to this simple 3-step code. First off, quiet is key. Birds have incredible hearing, and to them, a snapped twig can sound like a fire alarm. Second, keep your distance. That's why binoculars are a birdwatcher's absolute best friend. They let us get that amazing close-up view without stressing the birds out. And finally, the most important rule of all, leave no trace. We take only pictures and we leave only footprints. Simple as that.
All right, now that we've got our code of conduct down, we can really get started. Now here's maybe the biggest secret of birdwatching. You don't start with your eyes. Nope, you start with your ears. So let's try that again. Take another moment. You can even close your eyes if you want. What can you actually hear in that big chorus of sounds? Can you pick out the really high-pitched chirps? Or maybe those super fast, repetitive calls? What about the deeper, more musical songs? Every single one is a clue. It's a vocal signature for a different bird. And speaking of signatures, there is one call that is famous all across Japan. It belongs to the uguisu, which is the Japanese bush warbler. Now, this bird is a true master of camouflage. You will almost always hear it long before you ever see it. And this is its song. That powerful, beautiful ho-ho kekyo sound, it just echoes through the trees, and it's considered the official announcement that spring has finally arrived. It's a sound that's just woven into the very fabric of the culture here. Okay, our ears are tuned in. Now it's time to bring our eyes into the game. Let's fire up our virtual binoculars and put some faces to these voices. Let's meet a few of the locals who call this forest home. Whoa, look! Over there, moving so fast along that branch. That little bundle of energy? That's a yamagara, or a varied tit. These guys are constantly on the move, just flitting from one twig to the next, always looking busy. You can spot them pretty easily by that distinct black head and their crisp white belly. But beyond their looks, these little birds are known for being incredibly clever. And actually, their intelligence leads them to this really fascinating behavior that totally sets them apart. And this is where their cleverness really shows. The behavior is called choshoku, which basically means food hoarding. The yamagara will actually take seeds and nuts and carefully wedge them into little cracks in the tree bark, creating these tiny little pantries all over the forest. And here's the really cool part. They aren't just eating for today. They are planning for tomorrow. How smart is that? Okay, now listen for a different sound, a sort of rhythmic tapping. And look up. See that? That flash of vibrant color against the tree trunk? That is the iogera, the Japanese green woodpecker. He's the forest's resident drummer. Being a woodpecker, its entire life revolves around trees. Its bright green feathers make it an absolutely beautiful sight, but it's that distinctive drumming sound that usually gives its location away. That's the sound of it hammering into the bark, looking for insects hiding inside. Okay, get ready for a little pop quiz in bird ID. You might see two birds out here that look almost identical at first glance, the shijukara and the hijakara. But here's how you can tell them apart. First, look for the necktie. The shijukara has this really clear black line running right down its chest. The hijakara, which is a bit smaller, just has a simple black cap on its head.
And if you see a tiny little acrobat hanging upside down from a branch, yeah, that's almost definitely the hijakara.
So we've met a few of the birds here, but here's the best part. This isn't a one-time show. The forest is this living, breathing stage, and the cast of characters is changing all the time, all throughout the year.
A quick look at the calendar shows you why every single visit can be totally different. Spring brings this huge wave of migratory birds coming into nest. Summer is just a flurry of activity with parents feeding hungry little chicks. Autumn is like a busy highway for birds heading south for the winter. And even in the quiet of winter, you have the resident birds, the ryucho, who are here to stay, giving you a chance to really get to know them.
Now you might be thinking this all sounds great, but that it must take years of expertise or some fancy equipment. Well, here's the best news. It doesn't. Birdwatching is honestly one of the simplest, most accessible ways to connect with nature, and literally anyone can start today.
Here's all you have to do. Step 1. Just find any patch of grain near you. A local park, your backyard, anywhere with a few trees will do. Step 2. Just stop and listen. That's it. Really tune your ears into the bird calls. And step 3. Let your curiosity run wild. When you see something or hear something that catches your interest, look it up. There are so many fantastic apps now that can help you identify a bird from just a simple description or even a recording of its song.
So as we leave our virtual forest, I want to leave you with this one final thought. You don't have to travel to some remote wilderness to find a world that's just teeming with life and amazing stories. It's right there, in your local park, in your neighborhood, in your forest. So the only question left is, what incredible encounters are waiting out there for you?